Hello, and welcome to Open Fab Stuff. Today is going to be an educational video. Uh, this is something I wish was on YouTube when I started the game. I started like late Monarch, right before Everfest was released. Uh, Thinking I was gonna jump in the game and start learning Levia, and yeah, what a mistake that was. Anywho, let's get to it. So the topic of this video is rarities. How, like, I'm looking at this, I'm new to the game, I'm picking up cards, I'm like, well, what the fuck? Uh, what is it? And I'm gonna show you. So this card, this is a token. How do I know that? There's a little T right there in that circle. All T's are tokens. These cards do not belong in decks. They are strictly, they're worthless. Um, they are given to stores as they're basically chaff. See, like they're double sided. Both sides are tokens. And I have my Reinar. If you couldn't tell, I like Brute a little bit. Um, but yeah, uh, LGSs that do drafts are given tokens for the set that that's currently out to draft. Um, that way, when people draft, they can, because all the heroes are tokens in the draftable sets. So that way, when you draft, you're like, oh no, I didn't draft a hero token. Like I didn't get any of my packs. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Or their weapon. And then first comes first. This is a common. As you can see, it has that little circle C, yep, right there. These are also chaff as well. Um, Majority of the time, these are worthless. Um, the only use case where I can see that rares are expensive is if they're from Alpha, which is Welcome to Wrath, the very first edition, the very first set that came out for this game. Other than that, most commons are chaff. Then we move on to rares. How do we know that they're rares? Well, it's got a little blue R right there. Now, me, I've played a lot of TCGs. I've played Magic, I've played Pokemon, I've played Yu-Gi-Oh! And when I hear rare, I'm like, ooh, it's got to be worth something. In Flesh and Blood, not necessarily. Uh, think of these as uncommons for Flesh and Blood. These are not, most of the time, these are also chaff. These are also worthless. Like, they just get thrown. They just get thrown in the pile with the commons. Some people sort them. I do because I like to know. I like to have my cards sorted. I don't sort commons, but I do sort rares and majestics and special rares, which we'll get into that further into this video. But yeah, uh, that's how I like to think of these. I think of these as the uncommons of Flesh and Blood. So yeah, moving forward. Now this one's a unique one. This one, Reckless Swing. I love that artwork. Whew, a lot going on there. Wow, love it. Now this one has an S, and you're like, S? What the fuck's an S? It's a super rare. Was it super rare or special rare? Anywho, it's irrelevant because they don't do it anymore. This was like another rarity that they used to do. They discontinued it after Crucible. Like, I believe, I don't believe there's any special rares or super rares in Tales of Aria moving forward. Like, I think after Crucible, that was it. So what they did was, if they reprint it, like this card, reprint it is now Majestic. So anything that was in a set as a super rare or special rare, whatever the fuck it was, it is now Majestic. So Now we got another Brute card. This is a spicy one. Swing Big. Oh yeah, that guy's mean. I remember when Everfest came out and this card came out, I was like, what? It costs 2 and it swings for 8? Wow. With no downside. Look, I don't have to discard. I don't lose half my life. None of that bullshit. It's like, wow. A good Brute card. They do exist. But anywho, this is a Majestic. This is usually where the money starts to climb as far as singles go. Majestics, Legendaries, and Fableds are usually where the big dollars. Oh, and promos. But yeah, this is one of my top favorite Brute cards. Now we have, ooh, what do we got here? My goodness, look at that helmet. Wow. Whew. My gosh. I would love to cosplay that helmet. But I wouldn't do it justice because I'm not mean and I'm not green. So anyways, this is a legendary. Now, earlier in the game, legendaries, they used to do different things with those circles. They would be filled, not filled. That all has to do with first edition and unlimited editions. That doesn't exist anymore in the game ever since they fixed it with Uprising. So now they all look like that. They're all the dots are filled. But if you ever see unfilled dots from like the beginning sets, like Welcome to Wrath, Arcane Rising, Crucible of War, that is a differentiation between first edition and unlimited. So this is a legendary. I love this card, especially against Ninja when they are going wide as fuck and I feel like I'm in danger. I'm like that Ralphie kid from The Simpsons on the bus. I'm in danger. I'm like, yep, block, block, block. I'm going to intimidate, and hopefully I intimidate the card out of your hand that you need to kill me or try to kill me with. Yep. I love this card. I love the design of it. I love the fact that I get to intimidate. Anywho, I'm dragging on. Moving forward. Now, Brute doesn't have a Fabled card. So you get to see Eye of Ophidia instead. So, Eye of Ophidia is a Fable. Now, you're looking at this, you're like, well, Rob, there's no symbol there. So, this is obviously a rainbow foil. The newer Fables now, from the newer sets, they have like a diamond, like a orange diamond, that signifies that it's a Fabled. Now this card, there are 2 cards that are landscapes. This is a very interesting card. So this one I just recently got in the mail, but let me see if we can see it. See the diamond there? There's the, oh, focus. Don't worry about Reinar. There we go. See the diamond? See the diamond? Yep, right there. That's the fabled diamond that I was speaking of. Beautiful card. I love this landscape. Wow. Beautiful. So, then we have promos. And it's very simple. It just has a P on it. And of course, it had to be Reinar. Because why not? Yep. So that's pretty much it. There are tons of promos in this game as well that are awesome to look at. And then, last but not least, we have a Marvel. So basically, it's got that little blue triangle in it. And it's basically a Marvel. It's cold foil, obviously. Most Marvels are. Sorry, I don't have. There's much fancier Marvels than this one, but I unfortunately don't have them. There's a set of Marvel Dragons, but basically what Marvel cards are, There's a normal version of the card, and then there's the Marvel version. And the Marvel version is just like the collector's version. It looks beautiful. It has, different colors, different design. It pops out more. If you want to see the Marvel Dragons from Uprising, I highly recommend it. They are gorgeous. I wish I had them, but I don't. So here I am showing you a $10 Chrono Dragon. But anyways, I just wanted to inform you guys about all these different rarities and stuff because, like I said, when I first started this game, I was getting out of Magic, got tired of their bullshit, and you know, I started picking up these cards and I had no idea how to tell what the fuck was what, because there's no resources out there. So I hope that this resource was helpful to you, and I hope that it definitely helps keep your itch in the game. Alrighty, well, take care. Have a good one.